76-year-old Barry Werber survived this attack by hiding with others in a dark storage room. Werber wanted to talk with us today so people know what happened and so they don't forget. He was inside the synagogue and watched as his friend Melvin Wax was killed directly in front of him.
I hear a series of shots, and by that time I knew they were gunshots. And then a pause, and then another series of shots, and a pause. I'm trying to talk to 911. Mel is in front of me, and I assume that Mel thought maybe it was over with. He pushes the door open, and that's the first light we've seen since we've been back in the room. And I hear gunshots, and he falls back into the room. And before I can move, the door opens again because the door swung shut, and this person walks in. And the door shuts, but I had long enough time to see that he had a jacket, shirt, pants, and a long gun. And he doesn't see us. He steps over Mel's body like it's a log. I assume he was looking to the back of the room, but he couldn't see anything because there was no light. And then I assume he stepped over going back and pushed the door the other way and didn't look back, thank God, and walked out.
Did he say anything?
Not a word.
When you saw Mel killed, did you think you were next?
Oh, definitely.
You had a flip phone with you. You think is it
That
here?
one right
It's this
there.
one?
Yes.
So you had this flip, and you think if you had a larger phone with a bigger screen that created more light.
Well, there was no light once I started talking. It shuts off.
And that's why he didn't see you.
And that's why he didn't see me.
I don't know if you noticed, but through a lot of this interview, you've been holding those rings.
I do know that. I do know that. I'm wearing my wedding ring, and I'm wearing my mother's wedding ring. When my wife had her stroke, and then they found out she had cancer again. I picked up my wedding ring, and I put my mother's wedding ring on the same finger. And it was your side. It was the anniversary of my mother's passing that I was praying there for. I wouldn't have been there for any other reason. I still feel that she was watching me, and that the good Lord was watching me.
Will you go back inside that building?
Probably with some trepidation. I spent 4 years in the service. I was in the Air Force from 60 to 64. I've never been as frightened in my life. And and I hope to God I'm never in this situation. And I worry that it's going to happen again and again and again.
We want to thank Barry Werber for his time. Again, he felt it was important you hear his story so no one ever forgets.